Hey, howdy. All countries in the world play with guns and gun control, and bad guys did a bad thing, so let's take guns away from the good guys who didn't do anything. And that's a pretty common thing. And I wanted to share with you, no matter what country you live in, we have viewers from around the world, and I just want you to all listen up and watch this and think about your country and how you need to vote and how you need to kind of work and interact with people within your country, your county, your city, and try to get everybody on the right track. Right. CSSA in Canada, it's called the Canadian Shooting Sports Association. They're the voice for Canadians literally from coast to coast, and they go to Ottawa and they try to make sense of the situation, and it's not working really well. It's not because of them, it's because of the Liberal government. They don't listen. Don't ever let a fact get in your way. But the CSSA has a weekly newsletter, e-news they call it, and it's wonderful. It has great information in it, and it's been fact-checked, and here it is, coming at you, okay? The Liberals' track record on public safety. For the last 10 years, since the Prime Minister Trudeau was in power, he's not now, but the people who want to take over from him, or have taken over, I guess, they're the same. They might even be worse if that's even possible. But in any event, it's shocking what's gone on over the last 10 years with regard, again, to public safety, which includes boomity boom boom, guns, violent crime. And during this time, let me say that they're after guns from the good guys. They've banned the sale of handguns, and they've taken away like thousands of long guns, and not taken away maybe yet, but it's happening to actually take them away. They call it a buyback program. How do you buy back something you never owned in the first place? But they're now illegal. So they're really going after the good guys. But here's what's happened. Running parallel with that is this. Violent crime has risen 50%. Crimes with guns has gone up 116%. Gang homicides has soared by 78%. Human trafficking is up by 84%. And fentanyl killed over 50,000 Canadians. And what's the Liberal solutions to these public safety disasters? Here it comes. This is their solution. Bill C-5 ended mandatory prison time for gun and drug traffickers. But if you're a legal gun owner, you can go to jail. Bill C-75, fast-track bail for repeat offenders. Catch and release justice, repeat violent criminals walk free within hours. Defund the police and disarm licensed firearm owners, both endorsed by Carney, who's the new Prime Minister, is handpicked candidates, right? Canadians are less safe now than they've ever been. And again, pretty good stats that the CSSA has put together. Everyone needs to pay attention to that, particularly if you're in Canada, of course, but no matter where you live, no matter what country you're in, good numbers to know. Canada's Liberal government, while most Canadians instinctively understand there's a natural affinity with the United States, right? Culturally, economically, and historically. And even though they know that, the politicians, they still fool around with open borders, they downplay crime, they demonize lawful gun owners, they cozy up to China's interest, and both in trade most disturbingly, and there's silent tolerance of gangs, Chinese gangs in Canada. And it's interesting when you look at the two countries, because the left-wing government in Canada has always tried to distance itself from the U.S., and it's always been a mystery to me. Back in the 70s and 60s even, 90% of all the trade from Canada, all their products were sold in the U.S. And so the first Trudeau, he becomes Prime Minister, and what does he do? He changes everything. He says, hey, all the women are at home if they want to be looking after the kids. That's not right. I want everybody to work like a communist person, like he was. And he says, so we need more taxes. So he brought in bilingualism. It cost zillions of dollars. Let's speak different languages now, certainly than our neighbor. And then they brought in the metric system. Well, we're no longer going to understand what our neighbor's doing with regards to miles or temperatures or anything else. We've had it forever. All of our surveys and everything are done in miles, but we're going to change it all. And again, it'll cost trillions of dollars, which it did, okay? And it's separated. Let's get away from the U.S. But that's not even possible. But they're still trying to do that. And now, of course, it's the election coming up in Canada is all about Trump. That's just bad stuff that these people do. Now, you got a group of professors, this was shocking to me, at the university in Kelowna, British Columbia, that are actually taking the University of BC to court, right? They said, hey, you guys, you got to stop engaging in all this political activity, and it's all with regards to the university to be prohibited from declaring its own unceded Indian land. Unceded Indian land. Wow, I finally got through to somebody. I've been saying this for a long time. Unceded means that somebody else owns it. Somebody else has the title. If you're on unceded land, get off it. You have no right to be there. You're a squatter. Go away now. And instead, They say it. They say it at hockey games. They say it everywhere. We're an unceded land. What a terrible thing. I've used this example so many times. It's like I took your bike from you and I write you an email. On the bottom of my email to everyone, it says, it's your bike. I stole it. It's unceded, but I ain't going to give it back to you. I'm going to continue to use it. That's bad. Bad. Now, a local chief was on a radio show, I understand. I didn't hear him, but I've had people tell me, and he went wild on this. He said, how dare they? You know, we're trying to reconcile everything here, and how dare they say unceded is a bad thing? I look at that and say, what? What's wrong with you? It is not unceded because somebody else has title to it, somebody else owns it. Get over yourself. It's words. Stop playing with the words. I mean, this guy he was outraged that somebody would dare to go against wordage that's used, that's incorrect wordage. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, these people got to get over themselves and move on. I mean, some of these liberal people, because that's what they all are, I mean, they're the reason why there's directions on shampoo bottles, because they're dumb as sticks and they should leave us alone so we all can have a good life. Hey, you have a good life and you all come back. Right is right, left is wrong. See ya.